if you want to survive as a trader, then you need to follow this one fundamental rule. What's going on, guys? Ivanov Trades here with another video lesson, and today I'm going to go over my trade today on IMNP and the fundamental rule of cutting your losses quickly. So let me just introduce you guys real fast to whoever who is new to my channel first. I appreciate you visiting. If you enjoy this content and find value in it, please hit that subscribe button and that like button as well. But I'm going to invite you guys into my my Facebook group, the Day Traders Club. It's a group of over 225 members now of like-minded traders who trade NASDAQs, OTCs, Forex, cryptocurrencies, options, anything really. It can be day traders, swing traders, doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome. It's a great resource. You can use it in your trading arsenal. We give out free watch lists, we give out alerts, we tell each other our strategies, different stocks that are moving, stuff like that. So and the best part is, it's completely free, so use it to your advantage. It's a great resource. So yeah, link is down below. So let's just jump right into IMNP. I'm going to go over how I found this, why I traded it, and the outcome of the trade. So first, the way I found it was using my equity feed scanner. For some reason it closed, so while I load that up, I'm just going to describe it real fast. You could click the link down below, and you can get a free 2-week trial of this scanner. No credit card needed, so say you try it out, you don't like it, and you forget about it, they're not going to charge you in 2 weeks like a whole bunch of those other trials do, and that's a great thing. Secondly, it's such a powerful tool for traders, whether you be a swing trader or day trader, because it has so many different scanners and news streamers and alert options and stuff like that. Let me show you how I found this real fast. So I just had it on my NASDAQ news scanner on the pre-market, and I saw IMNP. It was gapping up, and it had some positive results from one of their drug trials. I don't know what kind of sickness that is. I'm not going to try to say it, but I read over it real fast, and it looked like it was some pretty good results. So I thought that this was going to make it move. It definitely moved in pre-market. I wasn't up as early as I wanted to be in pre-market, just because, well, I was up, but I was making coffee, so I wasn't on the market until like 15 minutes prior to the open. But you can see we had a very big gap up from $1.22-ish to all the way up to a high of $2.37. So it's a very big range it sets in right at that point. And the first thing you do off the bat, whenever you see stuff like this, is just go right off the bat and first just draw your top high of day. So now you just know, okay, if that line breaks, this is going to go more, usually. And then second, you see we had a nice dip down here to around 173. So once again, low of day, you put a trend line there. And then you can see right before the market opened, we had one more last push up to around 204, but it just couldn't sustain it. And the one thing that, looking back at it now, what I should have noticed is that, okay, one, this is a biopharm play. This is biotech. And whenever a biotech stock does a gap up like this, and it makes a lower high, almost always do a whole bunch of big time shorts jump on this play and short it. They just short it like crazy. And that's why you could see right at the market open a whole bunch of selling pressure right here. Just a whole bunch of shorts just jumping on this, trying to push it down. So I should have recognized that off the bat, but I didn't. My first mistake on this play. But let's look at the 1 minute, because that's what I was watching while trying to dip by this. And let's see what exactly my logic was, and just break it down step by step. So I know I was trying to get in on it. Where was I trying to get in? I'm lost. Okay, yeah, I was trying to get in right here. So we had this morning, just bouncing around, and then it finally took a downturn, and I saw we had a nice double bottom here at 168. So we'll put a line right there. Let's adjust this line a little bit, make it match up with that double top right there at 176. And let's also draw this. No, it's fine. We have it moving up. Okay. So my general thought with this play was to be a dip buy. I saw that we had a lot of support up around this area, this double bottom here at around 176. We did crack below 176, but we caught support at 167. But that was also a very short time support. I don't think that was on the chart, 167. No, it's not on the chart. It kind of is right here, but that's in the account. So, second mistake is I used a extremely short-term support as my risk level, which was a pretty bad idea just because not many people identified that as support, obviously, so it broke down. But I was basically playing the fact that we were able to break over this 10 moving average. So I got in at around 171-ish. Right after this bounce, I got in at 171, and we quickly tested 176, but I wanted more. I was going for at least a 15-cent win on this. My goal was to retest higher, or at $2. I was going to sell at 199 if everything went right. But once I got into this dip, we just kept making higher lows. See this one, higher low, and then this one was a higher low, and then this one right here around 174. Another lower highs, and once again lower highs. And then we saw a nice Bollinger Band squeeze right here, right when we were retesting the low of day. And also you can see the stochastics curled back over on this. So that was a sign of it wanted to push down more. So my main play was this small little trend line right here. I was seeing if this could hold and break this wedge of a 176 and continue back on that. But we just did not have the volume. And once I broke this trend line, I was thinking, okay, my actual risk, my stop, is the break of 168 because that is the low of day. So right when I started seeing the bid get slapped on 168 with a lot of red orders, I just sold my shares, cut my small loss. I took around like a $55 loss, no big deal at all. I kept my risk managed very well. I stuck to my plan, and I made a plan before the trade. That's the most important thing. And that's basically just the name of this game, day trading. There's no way you can be right 100% of the time. You just have to know what strategies and what techniques work. So I did make a note in my worksheets and stuff like that I need to pay attention to if this is a biotech play, to not try to play bounces when it makes a higher or a lower high, because most of the time shorts will just pile onto this and just push it down. So that's my play on IMNP. Just to recap, I got in at 171 with 1,250 shares, and I got out at 168. So I took around a $55 loss. No big deal though. And you can see the rest of the day just kind of bounced around this range of like 159 to 175. So that would have been a good swing, but just such low volume, I wouldn't want to play it. Next, I was looking at after this, after my test, because once I took my trade on IMNP, I had to go to my class for a test. But then I came back home to look at the markets, and the first thing I was looking at was DCIX, because DCIX is one of the top gainers today. No news on it, none that I could find at least. It's a shipping company, low flow, up around 56%. Here it is on my equity feed scanner, top gainer right there. And I was watching it mainly because I was noticing that it was riding this 60 moving average on the 5-minute pretty flawlessly here. And I was seeing, okay, the most recent high was 126. We had a very big run from around 71 cents up to $2. So if we're able to make a base here at over $1, that's very bullish, because you have to remember $1 is a very, very large mental resistance for penny stocks. So the fact that it was able to, have this huge spike up through $1, come back down and hold $1, that's very, very, very bullish. And I was trying to see if we could have a situation where the 60 moving average continues to hold as support and squeezes it through this 125 level. Because if that happened, we would have definitely seen a pop in volume. You would have seen 133, this VWAP. VWAP, I never know which way to say it. I say it both ways. The VWAP to be tested, and if VWAP broke, then you would have tested 150, 175, and then ultimately $2. But right before we even reached 125, we just had a big crack below this 60 moving average. So now it's just kind of resetting itself here. You can see if the price reclaims the 10 moving average. But once I saw the 10 moving average cross below the 60, I knew that this was gonna have a big pullback, and you can see right afterwards, volume perked up right there, a nice amount of volume there, and it just reset down to around 108, 109, 110 level. Now you can see that the price is starting to reclaim over that 10 moving average. You can see the stochastics are very, very, very low. So this may be a good power hour play, but my main gripe with it is just the fact that it needs to break over this 125 level, and it's been struggling to do that ever since the morning. Because you can see that the drastic difference in volume from then to now. This is having a whole bunch of volatility halts just because it was moving too quick. And now it's just kind of dead. Other than that, though, the OTC markets once again were pretty damn dead, in my opinion. Here's the top stocks ranked in dollar volume. You can see not that many big winners here. 15%, 17%, down 29%, up 13%, down 34%. AZFL is doing nothing. As far as actual top gainers, TTNUF is up 1,700%. Let's check that out real fast, because I didn't even know about that one. Let's see if that has any strength behind the play. TTNUF. Yeah, no, very, very choppy, very illiquid. Just another junk mover. You would think, oh, almost 2 million shares traded, that's so much, but it's only 32 grand dollar volume, so it's almost nothing. You can see all the very big gainers. They're on almost no dollar volume. The best one is WRFX. It's up around 50%, and it's almost a sub penny. So let's check that one out real fast. So I'm going to put this one on my long-term watch list, actually, just because we do have a higher low sitting here. And if we're able to break over this 60 moving average, it should be 50 moving average, let me change that. Because if we're able to break over that 50 moving average and hold above it, then, okay, so we're breaking over it. Now if we can keep making higher lows and hold above it, then this could be a potential multi-bagger play. So I'm going to add that to my whiteboard real fast. 1 second. WRFX. Okay, you will see that on my watch list tomorrow morning. I finally was able to make time to make a watch list this morning. Okay, I'm seeing ONCI is moving. Let's check that out real fast. Just want to give you guys some more content and throw in some, live technical analysis here. Okay, so I can see we got a very big pop from 163 to 175. Let's see if that was on volume or not. Yeah, very big amount of volume there. Was there a news release? There was a news release. On4 Communications has reduced the outstanding shares and authorized shares by 1.4 billion. That's pretty good news. They're working towards becoming a legitimate company, and first step to doing that and having a stock price raise is by taking away some of those shares, because when there's less supply and more demand, price goes up. But as far as actual analysis, I'm not sure where this goes from here. Let's check the 30 minute. Big time resistance right now is 190s. For sure, 190s. We're still stuck in this range of about 190s to around 142. Good range, but it's still just stuck in here. I'm not sure this will move in a big way until they release more PRs based on revenues and contracts, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, that's basically it for today as far as the market recap goes. So main takeaways from this lesson is that you have to be able to understand the fundamental rule of cutting your losses quickly. Because you can see, if I didn't cut my losses on IMNP, if I got too stubborn, at one point I would have been down to 155, which is a lot more than I would have wanted to lose. Let's see the actual percentage points that would have been. So if I got in at 171, got out at 154, excuse me, 10% loss, which I did not want to incur. So yeah, number one rule, if you want to last the longest in this market, is you have to be able to cut your losses. You don't have to be married to a play. There's more plays every single day that you can go after. Just make sure you formulate a plan for every trade and you stick to your plan for every trade. And what a plan means is that you know your buy entry, you know where you're going to take your profits, and you know where you're going to cut your losses. Because if you do not know those areas before getting into the play, then your emotions will make you run wild, and if you see the stock making huge gains, you're going to get very greedy and not want to sell when you should take your profits, and it'll just drop on you, and then you'll get ruined emotionally because you would think, oh man, I should have sold back then, I'm so stupid, blah 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 blah. And if you did the same thing about not making a plan and the stock tanks on you, you're going to panic and you're going to say, okay, no, it has to bounce, it has to bounce. But the thing is that stocks don't have to bounce. One good example is OTTV, which is down to around 0.0015 now. This is just, being picked away like a crow, just on a constant downtrend. And it doesn't have to bounce. It has no reason to bounce, so why would it? This stock itself is ran by a pretty bad company. The CEO has like the grammar of a kindergartner, and they just keep making false promises. So that's basically it. If you watch this whole video, please leave a comment down below saying let's see. Know your fundamental rules. 4 words. Know your fundamental rules. And the number one rule that's a fundamental rule, in my opinion, is the rule of cutting your losses. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you saw value in it, please hit that subscribe button. If you want to share on social media, I'd really appreciate that. If you have any requests or questions on either this video or future videos, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.